How are we, boys and girls? Welcome to the Going Down Under podcast. I'm your host, Braam Hein, creating koala on all social medias, and here we'll be diving deep on all things health and wellness related. First episode, kind of wild. Also, shout out my mate Oliver, you know who you are, kisses to you, for helping me with that intro and helping me with the name. It was his idea for the name, koala. I'm Australian, going down under, you know the vibes. So this first episode, I guess, which is kind of crazy to say, is going to be about why I started my page, my social media accounts, creating koala. Again, shameless plug. I don't care. I say what I want. And it's going to be about why I started it, why I felt like I needed to, and why I feel like I can provide something good for the world in that sense. So a quick intro about me personally. So again, my name is Braam, born and raised in Australia. I was born in Darwin, lived in Canberra for my entire life basically, just outside of Canberra in a small town called Marnbateman with my two parents. Shout out Deborah, shout out Steve. Great guys, love them. Played 4 years of collegiate basketball in America at a little NAIA school, which is a little small school called the University of Rio Grande, and played rugby there as well. Shout out my rugby boys. Chee-hoo! I'll do it louder later, don't worry. So recently I found a massive passion for making videos, making health-related videos, making fitness-related videos, mindset-related stuff, because I'm really passionate about all that kind of stuff. And I used to make a lot of videos. I used to send them to my friends and stuff. And I was always kind of told that I should probably make one of these pages from a lot of my friends, but I didn't really want to because I was worried about what people would think and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, what if this is lame? What if this just sucks? What if no one likes me? Which is all false. So if you want to do something, do it. First of all, that's the first thing I'm going to say. But I've always had a passion for health and fitness related stuff because of how I was as a child. I was quite a large boy, some might say, and I wasn't very fit. I was cardiovascularly fit. Like, it was weird. I played like 5 or 6 different sports at one stage. I would have a practice nearly every day for something, but I was still overweight, wasn't happy with myself, wasn't happily mentally there either for most of that point either. But as I grew older, as I decided to pursue basketball in America and all that stuff, I kind of just went into a deep dive into health and wellness stuff and just fell in love with it. Fell in love with working out, fell in love with nutrition, fell in love with how the human body works, how different things affect the human body efficiency-wise, biomechanically, and I just fell in love with it. And now I can proudly say that I have a bachelor's degree in sports and exercise studies. Shout out Katie, I love you. She was my advisor at my undergrad. She's the best, she's the GOAT. I'm now getting my master's degree at the University of Michigan in Kinesiology, which is just movement science basically. And I really feel like I can help people with that kind of stuff because I was in such a rough spot with it, and then I bounced out of it pretty decently, I think. I don't look too bad anymore. And I'm not decently athletic. I'm kind of athletic, but I'm strong, I guess. I don't know. Sometimes. Don't question that. But this podcast, these videos are just going to be longer forms because I have obviously a TikTok and an Instagram, which I post shorter form videos on, which I find really fun as well. But I kind of have been itching to post some longer form content. And I really feel like I can talk about a lot of things that I'm really passionate about in length and with a lot of detail. I'll try not to use a lot of filler words. I'm trying to get better at speaking to a camera, which is just by itself, which is kind of weird. I'm staring into a camera. There's also things behind it, which is very confusing to me internally. But I digress. And kind of the layout of this is it's going to be a lot of unedited stuff. I'm just going to set the camera down and just kind of yap, just go for it. And a lot of what I'm going to say might not make a lot of sense. It might go on a lot of tangents because that's just how my brain works. And hopefully you follow along, because I probably won't follow along. But it's going to be not very formal, but a little bit formal, I guess. Hopefully I can provide a laugh every now and then, but also I want to provide a lot of information, a lot of content for you guys. Because if I can help one person, that's all I really care about. Because I feel like a lot of people are too afraid to ask a lot of questions, and that's because that was me. And I want to be able to provide help wherever I can, because I feel like that's what I'm kind of here to do. We can go into that a little bit more later on in this episode, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of unedited stuff. It's just going to be a lot of raw footage. I'm probably just going to look at it once or twice. Probably won't do many jump cuts or anything and just post it, just because I feel like that's the most raw and the most real footage that I can get. And I'm going to make a lot of bad jokes that might be funny, hopefully. Also, if the camera falls, I might cut that, do the jump cut, because currently I don't have a tripod or anything. You are balanced on a container of oats. And then my water bottle is on top of it, which is kind of holding the phone in place. So if I move the table in the slightest, you will fall. So I'm going to try not to do that. So if I do this, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to go back like this. Anyway, so kind of why I started the whole thing was I was at a internship in Phoenix, and I got to learn under a lot of really cool people at this place called Exo Sports Performance. And that was really, really cool. That was one of the most fun experiences I've had in my life. And so I was enrolled in the University of Michigan, and then due to some unforeseen stuff, I had to move from that place in Phoenix back here, and I had to move in to the University of Michigan and into the student dorms, and then I've been going there ever since. Just finished up my first semester. Very fun, very cool. Met a lot of cool people. Met really cool people. Gonna stop there. Anyway, so about a few weeks into me moving here, I was in a pretty rough spot. I was struggling with a lot of, did I deserve a lot of this stuff? Did I earn a lot of this stuff? Am I doing the right thing? Am I even on the right path? That kind of stuff. And I had a lot of internal dialogue with myself. And I called up one of my best mates, Ollie, different Ollie. I have two best friends called Ollie. It's really confusing. They're both like the same person. And they don't acknowledge each other, which is really funny. But I talked to him and I was like, yo, brother, I'm struggling, fam. Like, it's bad. I also do a lot of accents and I code switch a lot, so I apologize for that. And I was like, yo, like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know if I'm doing the right things. Like, I don't know what my purpose is, kind of. And after a long chat with him, he helped me out a lot. And I was like, okay, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do, like what I'm here for. And after chatting with myself a lot, not talking to myself like out loud, like in my head, I'm not insane. Well, okay, whatever. I came to the conclusion that all I want to do is help people. That's kind of my thing. I feel like that's what I'm here for. And I feel like the best way that I can help people is through health and wellness stuff, whether it be training, whether it be nutrition, whether it be mindset stuff, whether it be mental health help, whether it be just providing a quote or an aphorism, something like that, that could hopefully change someone's day and make them smile, or just get their mind off of some things. I feel like that's what I'm here for. And if I can help one person, that's better than helping none. And that really brings me a lot of fulfillment, because I didn't feel like I was helping a lot of people in my life before that. Not like a lot of people knew who I was. A lot of people, I guess, liked me, which is weird to say out loud. But like, I wasn't hated by anybody, but I also didn't feel like I was doing anything, if that makes sense. Like, I was kind of just there. And I was able to kind of shift that perspective when I turned like 20-ish, 21, and I'm only 24. I'm only 24. I'm not old. Don't call me Unc. Too many people call me Unc nowadays, which is fine, I guess, because I am kind of old, respectively, towards my other peers. But I felt like me providing help in that sense and being able to talk people through things sometimes really helped me. And I was like, this is what I feel like I'm here for. Because I found out I was a really good listener. Because I didn't like talking to people about my issues, but I really liked helping people through theirs. I've obviously since changed that because talking through things is important and you need to do that. If you're not doing that, stop not doing that and fucking do it. I also apologize for swearing. I'm going to try not to swear as much. But helping people is, I feel like, a lost art for a lot of people. And because it really is a skill, because you need to actively listen and not do the human thing and try to intervene in a lot of things. And I feel like I used to do that a lot, but now I'm better at it, and I feel like I can be someone for a lot of people. So this is why I decided to do this as well, so I can try and reach as many people as I can. So how can I provide help, right? I've studied a lot. I've done for the past 5-6 years, maybe. Probably not 6, probably like 5. I've studied a lot about health and fitness and a lot about wellness, like overall mental wellness. I've studied a lot. Like, it's kind of been my passion for a very long time. Like, when I'm not studying for it in school, I'm usually watching a video or reading something about it outside of that. And I'm not going to say that I know everything, but I'm going to say that I know enough. I know a lot of fundamentals. I know a lot of advanced things as well, so I can feel like I can help with a lot of that stuff. But I want to just be able to, if someone asks me a question, I can give a response that will help. It won't be the fixer for a lot of things. Sometimes it will. Sometimes I'm confident that I'm smart enough that I can be able to provide information to where I can help fix a solution. But I want to just be able to provide as much knowledge as I can, because I've gathered a lot of knowledge and I want to be able to share that. Because I feel like if you have knowledge and you don't share it, what's the point in getting the knowledge? I'm not going to blabber you with random shit, but I'm also not going to sit here and say you suck because you're doing this, blah, 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 because a lot of people's patterns are just because that's how the world is. I have a lot of those patterns. I used to have a lot of those patterns. I've changed a few of them. I still have a few of them, like, that I'm either trying to change or I'm just living with. So if I can provide alternatives or better motives or better courses of action for certain things, I will do that. And then I want to be able to help people with their mental health issues, or if they're struggling with, in any case. So I know something for me that helps a lot is I'm somebody who doesn't usually internalize or realize things unless they're given to me in like a quote or like a movie or something like that, or a video, just because, like, for example, this, like, starting something, I didn't really get that I could just start it until I didn't think of it, sorry. I saw a video on this thing called anxiety cost and this thing called cathedral thinking. So anxiety cost is you worrying about not doing the thing is costing you more than if you just did the thing. If you just did the thing, you wouldn't worry about it, so you wouldn't have the anxiety for it. But then I was like, that makes so much sense. Obviously, people know that they should just do things, but they don't do them because they're worried about it. And they're like, wait, if I just do the thing, then I wouldn't be worried about not doing the thing. Wow, right? It sounds so easy to say, but it's like, you don't think about that kind of thing unless you hear it in a cool way, for me at least. So if I can provide cool ways to help you think about regular, normal things and simple things, then I will do that. And the cathedral thinking, is this thing of, so if you're building a cathedral, if you're building a building, and you're setting down the first few bricks, the first few stones, they take years, decades to build, sometimes even centuries. And you might not see the end of that building that's when it's built, but you laid the foundation. And that's okay to me. If I'm able to provide information for the future, or if I provide information and for somebody who I don't even know, but I can help change their life in some capacity, that's a win to me. Even if I don't find out about that, as long as I actively try to do that, to me that is a win. And that helps me day to day to realize that even though I might not be reaping the benefits of something now, I can in the future. And even if I don't in the future, at least it's there for possible reaping from somebody else. And that's okay to me. And that's why I do a lot of the things that I do now. It's why I feel like I'm somebody who can have a conversation with a lot of people. A lot of people can come have conversations with me. And I don't know if that's helping them. I don't know if the conversation is helping them or not. But at least I'm there. And it might help them. It might help change their life in some capacity. I don't know. But as long as I try, that's kind of all that I care about. And obviously I'm not going to aim to, hopefully those conversations aren't bad for anybody. But if I'm able to provide some form of good in the world, then I'm going to do that. And obviously the last way that I can help is hopefully I can provide a little laugh. You know, I'd like to think I'm a decently funny guy. You know what I'm saying? How you done? Sorry, that was weird. And if I can help distract, even if you don't listen to any of the content that I say, if I can help distract you for however long, 15, 20 minutes, I don't know how long this has been. Probably not that long yet. Maybe longer. It's fine if it isn't that long. I feel like shorter things are better. I hate how I'm not editing this because I have to now keep that in. I'm going to, because it's fine. Anyway. But I'm very passionate about a lot of things. So I'm going to be talking about a lot of things here. And they're going to be probably all over the shop for a little bit. There's going to be a lot of focused things, obviously, like quotes that I like, or fitness strategies, health strategies, way to get out of ruts. I'm reading a book called Atomic Habits right now, which I know a lot about the book. I've never personally read it. So I'm reading that. I'm going to hopefully share a lot of that with you guys, because I'm just from reading like the first 3 chapters, like my mind is blown. Like I've already made a video on it. You should go check it out. Creating Koala. Second shameless plug of the video. And hopefully you guys will like that. And hopefully I can provide a little bit of help through that. But I'm also passionate a lot of things about sports, basketball, rugby, basically any sport, honestly. Just not really cricket, I'm not going to lie to you. Or AFL, honestly. I'm not a huge fan of AFL. It doesn't make sense to me. There's no rules. Like, you have to bounce it, but like you don't have to. And then you have to handball it, but you don't have to. What is that? Explain that to me. I know a lot of Americans can't because you doesn't even know what that is. But like, dude, it doesn't make any flippin' sense. Almost messed up there. Sorry, Mom. Didn't mean to. She's fine if I swear, I hope. Love you, Deborah. Anyway, but also I want to be able to help you guys, if you guys are watching, whoever's watching, if you can send me through some stuff that you want me to talk about, or because obviously you can, anybody that I know, you can send me a text or anything like that, and I'll help out any way I can. Hopefully I've giving off that impression to people to where you can text me at any point and I will hopefully help you out any way that I can. But if you have any suggestions about stuff you want to see on here, other videos you want me to do on here or on my other pages, please let me know, send them through, and I'll happily do them as well as I can. Because obviously, I'm not fantastic at a lot of things. What I am fantastic at is being not very smart. Okay, well, I'm smart-ish. I'm saying, like, I do a lot of dumb things, like talking to a camera by myself, I guess. But nonetheless, why I started was because I want to help people. I want to do as much good as I can, and I feel like this is an avenue that I can definitely do that. So my advice to you, whoever you are, you specifically, looking directly at you, no, not the guy next, not you bastard. Do the thing. Ask her out. Theo Von said that, which is hilarious to me. So why that quote hits. I think quotes from comedians just hit so much harder because you know it's like real. Like when they get that face when they go real. I feel like I also do that sometimes, because I'm so dumb. I say a lot of dumb things, but like when I get real, it's like people listen because they're like, oh my god, this guy's being actually for real for a second. But Theo Von, he's on his podcast. I love it, but it's stuck with me ever since I heard it. He just said, ask her out. Just ask her out would be his advice to his 19-year-old self. Whether it be an actual girl, whether she is a opportunity, whether she is a new place you want to visit, a new job, social media like this, just ask her out. The worst that could happen is that she says no. You know what I mean? The worst that she can say is no. And even then, you still gave it a shot, and that's all that really matters. Because in real life, if you ask a girl out, I mean, the worst thing she could probably say is like, yo, disgusting, get away from me, I'm calling the police. But that's never happened to me. I'm kidding, it actually hasn't happened to me, I don't think, I hope not. But realistically, that's still just a no. Just do the thing you want to do. Whether it's try to pursue something in sports, in school, in business, in just your day-to-day life. Just try it out. Just go for it. If you don't do it, you're just going to be living your life regretting not doing it. That's why a lot of this is, like, I didn't start this for maybe 2.5 years. Like, I think the first conversation I had with one of my friends, shout out Miroslav, he was like, you should start one. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I just don't know. He's like, just do it. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Didn't do it for like 2.5 years. But now we're here. And I can safely say that it was one of the best decisions I made, because one of the things that I really wanted to do was help people, obviously, like I've said multiple times. And I just got a comment one day, and it was from probably a middle-aged woman. She said, hey, I really need to hear this today. And that comment stuck with me since, because I was like, I remember sending it to one of my other friends, shout out, okay, and I was like, this is the best, like, this is such a good feeling, like, this is what I aim to do, and I've helped that person, so I'm good, like, I'm just doing the rest of this for fun now, and I'm just seeing how many more people I can help. But alas, do the thing, start it. You're gonna suck at it, probably, whatever it is. Like, I sucked at making videos. I mean, like, I've made a lot of videos my entire life, just because I think they're fun. But posting the first one, I was freaking terrified. But I was like, I'm starting it. Just put the camera down, film, press record. I probably said 87 times in a 3-minute video. Said 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 all that stuff, whatever. I don't even know what sound I just made. But And I was talking probably so quietly as well. I was talking like this because I was really nervous. I don't even know if you heard that. It was so quiet, like a mouse. But I really just wanted to start this because I feel like it's necessary for me to at least help, try and help as many people as I can. But all in all, we're going to be diving into some stuff here. Hopefully it's a good time. And I appreciate you for sticking it out this long if you have. And I appreciate you if you've supported me in any way in this journey. And hopefully more episodes to come. Hopefully these should be weekly, bi-weekly, however my time constraints allow me to. Because I know school's starting up here soon. So hopefully I can either pre-record a lot or I can do some stuff to where I can set a time aside each week and do it. But nonetheless, I love you. Keep marching on. Don't stop going. I love you. All love.